Hey, fan addicts, we're back at it. Today I'm going to talk about your boy LeBron James. And I'm just going to use, the game versus the Dallas Mavericks as a backdrop. Again, I got something to get off my chest. Last time I said that it was with, it wasn't true. But I did talk about Tyson Chandler. That seemed very controversial. I have nothing but dislikes on that video. If you like it, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike it, leave a thumbs down. Just let me know in the comment section why you like it or why you don't like it. So I think the 3 Tyson Chandler fans that are out there disliked my video. But anyway, let's get to it here. So I have this weird idea. And I don't know if it's true, but I kind of want to work it out here. And the idea is LeBron James' career is probably over, right? It seems like it's over. You got to think this guy, he was the best player in the NBA last year. And that's giving him credit. Let's say he was. But this year he's looking very human. Right? In the West he looks very human. Not that he's like playing terribly or anything of that nature, but it seems like in the West, all his strengths, like being quick, fast, athletic, it seems like a lot of people share those same strengths. And the teams are just, the pace is ridiculous this year. People are putting up like 150 points. Like, it's crazy. So it seems like in the East, he can better showcase his strengths because the conference seems a lot slower. Like, think about Boston. They kind of play fast, but not to the level of like Sacramento. I would say they don't even play to the level of the Lakers, but the Lakers are really quick. They have lots of young players who are getting up and down the court. And LeBron, this is his 15th season? Right? He was drafted in 2003. So I have a list here. I usually don't do lists. But I was curious. I'm like, how many people were drafted in LeBron James' same class but are no longer in the NBA? So, of course, LeBron. Then we have Carmelo Anthony. He's pretty much washed up, right? You can see it in his play. He's not athletic, whatever. So he was drafted the same year as LeBron. We have Chris Bosh. He has some health issues. I hope that guy gets healthy. He seems pretty healthy. He wants to play again. I would sign Chris Bosh personally. All he got to do is just stretch the floor. He ain't really got to do much. But anyway, we got D-Wade again. Body's breaking down. We have Chris Kaman. Y'all remember Chris Kaman? That guy's not in the NBA anymore. But he was old snail pretty much. But Kirk Heinrich. This guy played with D Rose, right, with the Bulls. Was a good little player, but he's not in the NBA anymore. TJ Ford. These are like old people. Michael Petras used to be my guy. Played for Golden State. Not in the NBA anymore. Luke Rittenauer. That's all. That guy was drafted the same year as LeBron. David West. Now, we all know what David West looked like. Granted, he was a little tall. They're close to the same size. LeBron is a freak of nature, but Sasha Pavlovich. What? That's the guy that played with... Yeah, he played with Kobe, right? Wasn't he dating like Maria Sharapova? I don't know her name. That man got good taste. Travis Outlaw, Boris Diaw, Dante Jones, KP, Kendrick Perkins. Was it Leandro Barbosa? These are all like ancient players pretty much at this time. And I ain't trying to be like funny, but they are. Like when you think of them, you're like, you had to be a fan of the NBA to really even know some of these players. Like Josh Howard. That guy was amazing for Dallas. Luke Walton was drafted the same year. That's his coach. He was drafted the same year as his coach. I don't know. Steve Blake, Mo Williams, Kyle Korver. I don't know. I just think this guy is only going to get, I'm going to say worse because he's the best player in the NBA for a long time. But he ain't getting any younger. And it seems like the pace of the NBA is just increasing each year, each and every year. And at some point, his body's going to break down, just like Kobe. Kobe was fine until he started getting hurt. He got hurt twice, and then that was that. Career was over. He had to retire. So I just feel like LeBron's career is over. I mean, they're not going to do anything this year. So that'll put him at his 16th year. At his 16th year in the NBA, let's say Lonzo Ball and them mature. Are they going to be able to compete with Golden State? I mean, if KD leaves, which I don't think he's going to leave, but if he does, I mean, they still have to get past the Trailblazers. They barely beat the Trailblazers last night, and they have supposedly the best player on the planet, right? And JaVale McGee has been playing like a dog, but whatever. I expect him to come back to earth. They still got to get past the Rockets, and I do think the Rockets are still better than them. They would still have to get past Golden State because if KD leaves, they still have Steph Curry. And they might be able to get Anthony Davis. Denver seems to be playing very well. And even if they make it out the West somehow, they still have a young Boston team that they would have to beat. They have the Bucks that they would have to beat. And next year, I don't know where Kawhi's going to be. I would say Toronto, but who knows? I don't know. And that'll be his 16th year. I don't know. Maybe this isn't a good game to show because, you know, they're working Dallas. But Dallas don't have anybody. Luka Doncic, Dennis Smith Jr., I did a video on him to let you know what I think about him. Y'all should look that up. But I just feel like he isn't as impactful in the West because his strengths are not neutralized, but reduced. Let's say they're matched by younger players. They're young, athletic players in the West that just run and run and run. And his shots are just difficult. When he was in the East, he can get on a fast break and pretty much weed out some of those slow, heavy centers that used to be, you know, in the league. But now, yeah, I think his greatness is being mitigated by youth, and he's getting older. And at some point in time, Father Time is going to catch up with everyone. So I really think LeBron James' career might be over, at least as we know it, right? Going to finals and winning championships. I think that time might be out the window. I'm actually amazed that he's been able to stave off Father Time this long. And that's just a sign of his greatness, him and Tom Brady. Especially because he's evolving to the game. He's evolving to the game. He's not a great three-point shooter, but that is the game now. So he still takes his three-point shots, and he's serviceable. He hits them, but he came in a different era. I mean, as you can clearly tell by the names that I previously listed. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I being cynical? I know LeBron James is the best player, and I'm using air quotes, that you can only do so much. You're in your 15th year. They're not going to do anything this year. So let's say 16th year. Hopefully they get a couple max players. He might have a 1 to 2 year window after that. Because if they don't do anything next year, that's year 16. And then 2 years, that's 17. Maybe he'll play into his 20s, but at that time, he's not going to be the same player. There's no way. His athleticism has to go out the window. This pace that they have in the West might be dangerous for somebody his age. Not saying he's old, but he has miles on his body. And sports are for young people. It's a young people thing. Basketball, I would say with the exception of maybe like golf But, right, maybe golf, maybe tennis, but I say football to a certain degree, but it just depends. But it's a young man's game. Even football, it's a young man's game. So I don't. This might be the end of LeBron James as we know it, going to the finals, winning championships, and there's nothing wrong with that. He had a great career. But anyway, like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like the video, like the video, and let me know why you like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the damn video. Just let me know why you dislike the video. Stay blessed.